We use simple, high-quality ingredients that are inspired by nature and backed by rigorous, evidence-based science. And of course, we leave out drugs, toxins, and unwanted additives.
Good morning, everyone. This is Nigel Maynard, Editor-in-Chief of Drugstore News. And welcome back to our ongoing series where I interview leaders in retail pharmacy. Our guest today is Musab Balbale, Senior Vice President and Chief Merchandising Officer at CVS Health. Musab, how are you?
Great to be here, Nigel. I'm doing well.
Thank you for joining us. This is really an important time for us, and you're an important brand in the industry, so we're really looking forward to what you have to say. We're just going to jump right in because everyone knows CVS. You're the largest retail pharmacy brand in the U.S. And so you're on the front lines, and you're leading the effort to transform retail pharmacy into a healthcare destination. What we're wondering is, what's the opportunity for the front end? How will the shopping experience change for your customers? And what's the opportunity for suppliers to play a role?
Absolutely. Well, thanks for the opportunity to talk about our transformation and the mission that we're on. Karen, a few months ago, set this really bold ambition for CVS to bring the enterprise assets that we have to help make healthcare easier for Americans. And as part of that, we've talked about the front store as really literally being the front door to the brand and to the accessibility of healthcare that we can offer the country. And so as I think about and as a team starts to take that challenge and bring it to life, what we're really focused on is creating a space that engenders health and wellness and meets customers where they are so they can help traverse the healthcare journey that they may want to be on. And in particular, there's three core pillars that we're focused on. The first is authority. We want to drive more of a health and wellness authority positioning within our stores. And in some parts, this is about the assortment that we carry. In some areas, it's about our price and value proposition. In some stores, it's about the experience that we create in the physical space. But we think holistically, the space and the assortment, and equally as important, the stories that we tell in our end caps and features and displays can start to impart a more authoritative positioning so people sort of start to feel and understand and appreciate just the incredible amount of trust and the incredible amount of information that we can provide our customers. The second pillar that we're really focused on is omnichannel convenience. I think, ironically, through COVID, even though we've been at home, we're all really starved for time, more so now than ever. And digital in so many ways makes it easier for consumers to get through their day, whether to find information, in those sort of 5 to 10 minute pockets at the end of the day, or to use digital tools to make the purchases that they need to make for themselves or their family. And so we've launched and accelerated things like buy online, pick up in store. We're looking at our CVS digital experiences. We relaunched the CVS app CVS.com homepage, for example. And so we're trying to take our digital tools to fight for time on behalf of the customer. The third pillar for us that we're really focused on is engagement. We know as a retail partner to consumers, we need to create more engagement with the customer. And that might mean talking to them when they're not on our website, thinking about other sort of platforms, whether it be social media or otherwise that they spend time on, and talking to them through email in a way that meets their needs or helps them on their health journey, and talking to them in their store when they're on our app in a way that, again, just creates more engagement, creates more connection. And so, those three pillars, authority, convenience, and engagement, are the journey that we're on. It is a transformative journey. And to sort of the final part of your question about how we work with suppliers, we're really looking to partner with suppliers to say, how can you think about your particular goals and our goals and find areas in which they overlap so that we can go achieve our mutual goals together. But we are looking for a lot of feedback. We're looking for a lot of support. We're looking for a lot of thought partnership. And so there's multiple ways in which we're engaging our supplier community to help us along the journey.
Yeah, okay. So for obvious reasons, the beauty category especially was hit hard by the pandemic because folks weren't going into the office, they weren't going to parties, restaurants, what have you. Is the category coming back, and what is CVS doing in that area And what do you see the outlook for the next year or two?
Yeah, I have a particular passion for the beauty category, right? I had the opportunity to spend the last 2 years really focused on the space. And it is such a powerful category because it allows consumers and allows retailers to represent their values in a way that's really apparent to the customer. And that could be everything from representing multicultural diversity, which we care a lot about at CVS and the communities that we serve, to thinking about how we tell stories and focusing on those areas that are more apparent to health. And so beauty is a real focus area for us at CVS, not only to bring in customers in a category that drives frequency, but also to be able to better tell and communicate our values to the customer. I think through COVID, we have seen different subcategories within beauty rise and fall. So cosmetics certainly had a pullback during the height of COVID, and skincare, as people sort of thought about the wellness of their largest organ in their body, start to do really, really well. And so we're seeing overall the entire category continue to accelerate, both as the focus on skincare and wellness within beauty has continued, and as people start to get out more and start putting on more color cosmetics. And certainly in the hair category, there's been so much great innovation, and so that category continues to do really well.
Okay. Now let's talk about technology for a second, because you just mentioned how you're focused on how you interact with your customers in email or online and what have you. How are you enhancing the customer experience online and in your stores, and what role is technology playing there?
Yeah. So as I think about digitizing the business, there's really 3 elements to it that all need to come together to change the customer experience. The first is certainly the consumer-facing digital solutions and technology we might provide. And that's everything from how we simplify the app experience to how we use technology in stores, whether it be through checkout or to bring through digital shelf tags or digital displays into more light at the store. The second is how we digitize our understanding of the customer. We have the benefit at CVS through our Extra Care and Care Pass program to have information on customers about what they purchase, how often they purchase it, where they live, what their needs might be, for over 75 million Americans and households. And that's a really powerful platform in order to really start driving personalization and understanding behaviors of consumers and influencing and supporting consumers on their health and wellness and sort of consumption journey. The third really important area of technology is thinking about supply chain, because especially now, more so than ever, supply chains have become constrained. Digitizing the supply chain network so that we can get products closer to the point of demand becomes really important. And as a lot of retail disruptors start to shorten the speed in which customers receive their products, that digitization of the supply chain and getting product closer to the point of demand becomes even more important. And so as you think about how we all see this as a consumer, having the products where I want, when I want, how fast I want it, having a retail partner talk to me in a way that's much more personalized versus mass communications, and having the front end digital tools that are just simpler to use, all work together to improve the customer experience. And so we're making investments on all 3 dimensions over the next few years. Again, just with the ambition of making it easier for customers to access the information on their health and wellness journey, making it easier for consumers to find the products they're looking for in a timely way, and deepening the engagement for the customer so that they think of CVS first, both for their health and wellness needs, but also their convenience needs.
Okay. My final question is sticking with technology a bit, because there's a lot of talk now about the metaverse. And I know CVS is also thinking that the metaverse there's an opportunity there, because you recently announced trademarks for brand in the metaverse. Can you give us a sneak peek as to what that looks like, and how will that play a role for the brand going forward?
Yeah, so I think that there's a lot on the metaverse that is yet to be designed or understood and developed. But what we do know is that the metaverse is a space in which we believe consumers will have experiences, right? They'll have experiences on who they connect with. They'll have experiences on the information they gather. They'll have experiences in terms of how sort of they spend their time in their day. And while that future is in the process of being designed and has yet to be sort of determined, we believe it's a way in which we can further deepen the relationship with the customer. And so what the actions you saw from CVS in the metaverse and registering trademarks in the metaverse was an attempt to make sure that we continue to have the opportunity to talk to customers in the way they want to be communicated with, engage with customers in the way they want to be engaged, even though we're not particularly clear yet on exactly how that comes to life.
Yeah, okay. Well, Musab, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you for the opportunity.